My name is Tommy Frank. I'm the Executive Director here at the Lake Wales Arts Council. Over the last 50 plus years, we've had an incredible number of people who have contributed their time, talents, and energy into making the Arts Council what it is. With our Legacy Voices video series, we wanted to be able to capture them on film so that we can have this great record of how they have passionately added to the content and the character of the Arts Council in the time that we have had them here with us.
I would like to kind of take this before the days of becoming the Lake Wales Arts Center, because this was the Holy Spirit Church that I attended as being a college student coming to Lake Wales. And I got to know the community well, especially the people in this church. And Fran Updike was one of those contacts. And I ended up marrying her son. And also we later on, when this became the Arts Center, celebrated our 25th anniversary here. So this Arts Center has a lot of memories. It has a lot of meaning in not only my life, but our families, and has served our community over the years. I really wasn't in on the inception of the whole idea of the Arts Council, but I know my mother-in-law, Fran Updike, was one of a group of women who started art shows in the Lake Wales community. And then things just grew as the community grew, and there was definitely a need for some kind of a center, some kind of office space to continue. Well, personally, through my mother-in-law, because she was one of the founders, in a sense. This church we were going to, at the time, had gotten the community growing. We would have a midnight mass on Christmas Eve, and people would be standing almost on Highway 60 because we had just bursted the seams. And so it was obvious that we needed a new church, a bigger space. So that was my beginning of my mother-in-law being involved in seeing this as a future site for that center. I was asked to be on the board a number of times, recycled, and so I got involved with some of the programming that we had here. Over the years, there were a lot of wonderful things that we offered. One of them I think about is the Bravo series that we had. And I was the chair for a tour of homes that took place in Mountain Lake. It was very successful. We had a lot of different businesses in our town supporting it, and it was a lot of fun. Well, Bravo was not only to bring community together to enjoy the arts, but as a fundraising mission to get people involved with social events. It could be you get certain people to sponsor something and they can tailor it to what they would like to offer. And a lot of times it was maybe doing a dinner at their home, and if they lived on a lake, they would provide a boat ride, or it took various forms. One very interesting one was out on the Peace River Ranch that Ben Hill offered as a site, and we had the typical cowboys meal out there, and we had Butler, I can't think of the first name, but he was an artist, and he was painting a picture as we were there, and it was a very unique surroundings as well as an event, and typical things like this. They were very well supported, and it brought a lot of people together, raised lots of money. I really wasn't involved too much with the cruise expansion, but there certainly was a need to do this expansion, and thanks to Jane and Mike Cruz, who have supported the arts over the years, they stepped up to make this wonderful addition to our art center become a reality. And with that expansion, the cruise exhibits where we had the availability of more space to offer lectures, exhibits. We had a wonderful exhibit that I remember among many with Tom Freeman, who has passed, but was such an icon in the Lake Wales community. We had, for a time, even our Lake Wales Chorale had their practices here in this part of the art center. My greatest interest, and I think everything we do here is wonderful, it reaches a lot of people, but for me, the Lake Wales Chorale has been the one that I most enjoy and have been a part of for a number of years, going back to when Mike and Jane Cruz started the chorale with Milford Meyer as our director. And over the years, we've been blessed with a lot of good directors, and our chorale has expanded. At this point in time, we have students from Warner University as part of our chorale, and Dana Hofsprung as our director. And we have added extra orchestration for our programs, and our following has grown. We were limited at the time of COVID, and I know that affected everything connected with the Art Center, including our chorale. So it was a little bit of hesitancy getting started back up again, but we hit the floor running, and we did very well with that first comeback concert, and we are looking forward to many more. At one point in time, we decided that the Polk State College wanted to expand into the Lake Wales area, and they needed a place to do that. This was the period when we knew that we had to move forward, and I was at the meeting where we sold the Art Center to Polk State for $1, and that contract read that if in any time the Polk State wanted to opt out of the contract, they could sell it back to the Art Center for $1. We had a great opportunity with Polk State getting involved because they did a lot of the renovations that this historic building definitely needed. And with the state money, it really helped to get this place up to code, to make it handicap accessible, added an elevator, and I believe we put on a new roof at that time. So we benefited in that aspect, that the building was definitely improved. Now, as far as reaching out with course studies and getting more involvement at the center, it was very slow going. What I heard is there weren't enough courses that were available, and so it really wasn't being utilized in that way as an educational adjunct to Polk State. Well, With the chorale, I'm the most involved as being one of the chorale members, but we also have been performing at our new Holy Spirit Catholic Church as our venue because we have the most seating, we have very good acoustics, and most of our directors and chorale members are in favor of using Holy Spirit. So I'm kind of the liaison on that to make sure that we can accommodate everybody and have a wonderful experience. Well, I think as the Arts Center has finally, we're on good footing, and we've just expanded to doing, cooperating with downtown, doing, cooperating with them on events, also with Bach Tower. So we used to even bring some of the artists that would do our performances into the school to do a workshop with the kids. That was, also having our children's arts campus continuing, expanding, because we're using another facility as well. So we're just going forward, I think, with some very good ideas and open to new ones.